The phone call between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin had barely settled when another call was placed, this time to Kyiv. Within 24 hours of speaking with the Russian president, Trump was on the line with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, pushing for a ceasefire deal while floating an audacious new proposal: American ownership of Ukraine's power plants, including nuclear facilities. During the hour-long conversation, Zelensky signaled openness to a partial ceasefire that would halt strikes on energy infrastructure, rail, and port facilities, but warned Ukraine would retaliate if Moscow violated the terms. However, it was Trump's suggestion that the U.S. acquire and run Ukraine's power plants that caught Kyiv's attention. Trump suggested that the move was necessary, calling it the best protection for that infrastructure. At a press briefing, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed Trump's proposal, stating, "The United States could be very helpful in running those plants with its electricity and utility expertise."
President Trump also discussed Ukraine's electrical supply and nuclear power plants. He said that the United States could be very helpful in running those plants with its electricity and utility expertise. American ownership of those plants would be the best protection for that infrastructure and support for Ukrainian energy infrastructure.
Zelensky later acknowledged discussions with Trump about investment in Ukraine's power sector, including the idled Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant, currently under Russian occupation. President Trump asked whether the U.S. could invest in and refurbish it, Zelensky said, adding that he was not opposed to the idea. The ceasefire proposal itself, however, stumbled at the starting line. Hours after Putin had agreed to a 30-day pause in attacks on Ukraine's energy grid in his own conversation with Trump, both sides accused each other of fresh strikes on power and oil facilities. Despite this, the White House pressed forward with broader negotiations. Talks are set to resume in Saudi Arabia in the coming days. Trump, for his part, has been reluctant to offer Ukraine firm security guarantees as part of any peace agreement, instead eyeing American stakes in the country's mineral and energy sectors as a means of ensuring long-term U.S. involvement. With Washington now positioning itself as both Kyiv's would-be peace broker and energy investor, the battle over Ukraine's sovereignty is no longer just about territory. It's about ownership.